Leo, this is all about you. This is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It's not a horoscope, it's an energy reading. So wherever Leo energy influences your natal chart or influences your life, so you could be dealing with a Leo, pull up a chair because yes, you're going to want to hear this reading. There's always an extended reading which articulates and personalizes, digs deeper and gives specifics, extrapolating it from the energies we've already picked up on here. That's a full tarot card spread, and it includes the romantic advice and predictions as well. So if you're looking for romance reading for Leo from Born Without Boundaries, it's in that it's in the extended link below. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading, I do personal readings. I do book about a week out. And that's all. That information is also in the description box below. Just email me at bornwithoutboundaries@gmail.com and we'll get the ball rolling. Also, I do dailies on Instagram. So if you want to find me, please come over to Instagram, born_without_boundaries. All right, Leo, let's get rolling. Sing your own song. So this is liberation. 1 + 2 is 3. This is spiritual liberation. A sense of knowing who you are and knowing what you believe. If you've had some sort of conflict of the soul or just coming out of a dark night of the soul, this is getting your sense of self back, having your sense of self return to you, and being able to speak your confidence openly and freely, actually be able to find the words to articulate what it is that you are feeling. In other words, if you were holding something back, Leo, it's coming out now. And it's not coming out accidentally. It's coming out because you have the confidence, as well as the kind of like, I don't want to say I don't care. It's like you're not afraid of the consequences. There's just a sense of, I'm going to say what I feel, I'm going to say what I need to say, and I'm going to be who I am out loud. Of course, this does imply that this has something to do with something that you were oppressed with, or you were intentionally suppressing, or felt like you couldn't discuss or say, but now it's finally coming out. And there's a liberation to that you wouldn't give up for the world. There's a uniqueness in the song that you sing. In other words, a finding of one's true self and speaking it with pride. But once again, I feel like this has something to do with your spirituality or what you really believe, or at the very least, something that is very sincere to your soul. So it could be something like telling somebody how you really feel about them. Without being worried whether or not they return your feelings. It doesn't matter. Say this was, and I'm not saying that this is the only thing it could be, but this is a good example in that you're able to tell somebody that you love them without worrying or wondering or requiring that they say it back. Because this saying it is about liberating yourself. It's about freeing yourself, and it's about just being honest and not being controlled by any worries or fears that something might go wrong. Because there's nothing it's almost like that the only thing that could go wrong is if you held it in. Right? So this is, you're saying what you need to say. This is oftentimes a Gemini energy. So it does imply that there is, of course, essence of communication, like I said, actually speaking or singing or telling. But there's a sense of you could be speaking directly to somebody or letting a specific person know something, or at least saying something very specific to a direct point or a direct subject matter, something like that. Yep. Okay. Let's do this. We got your full reading. Hold it. Okay. Sometimes life stings. So this started from a painful place. It was agitating you. It was getting on your nerves. There was something about this, like you've been wanting to talk about it, you've been wanting to say it, you've been wanting to either stick up for yourself or say it out loud or be able to say something. It's almost like, oh, I'm so sick of not being able to say what I want to say or use the words that I want to use. I'm so tired of having to be politically correct, and it's just like it's been bugging you, it's been bothering you. Or someone specifically has been bugging you and bothering you and sort of needling you and pushing you to a point where you just need to finally get it out, and you're done. You're done. You're ending their ability to get on your nerves or have something over you. You're done, and you realize it's almost like this empowerment of you can't bug me, you can't needle me if I sort of announce myself or I speak my truth. It's you taking back control. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. This could have something to do with Pluto, Plutonic energy of this has been buried for a while. And this was something that was left unattended to and unaddressed. And now that Pluto is in retrograde, there's a sense of it coming back up and needing to be addressed. So something has to be finished here, and it is divinely guided. This is the energy of divine timing. 1 + 7 adds up to 8, which is destiny. This is the right time for it to happen. You know, whenever it came up the first time around, there's a sense of that wasn't the right timing. Well, now is the right timing. In fact, not only is it the right timing, it's the timing when Spirit is going to insist that you confront it now. Spirit is actually leading you here, and you see also the glow in the throat chakra. So Spirit has a message for you, and that message is the time is now. It's bringing and delivering you the information that you need to know that's going to either push you over the edge or give you what you need to feel empowered to be able to address this issue. Whichever it is, you will have what you need, energy, information, or both, to be able to use your voice now. And when you use your voice, you're actually speaking for Spirit as well. So in other words, you're supposed to say this. This is divine time. This is all supposed to happen. Okay. Time for a beginner mind. This has been coming out a lot. This is Aquarius energy. Lots of swords, lots of thoughts, lots of communications, and defensive communications. So using your words to defend yourself, even if they hurt somebody, it doesn't matter, because it's not necessarily an aggressive position that you're assuming. It's just, I'm not going to let you hurt me anymore type of energy. That's what this is. It's like porcupine doesn't use his quills for no reason, right? He uses it when he's under attack. And that's the only reason, right? He's not out there trying to go kill something. These guys are herbivores. They're not, this is 100% defensive, but you know what? The spikes are out now, and you're gonna shoot. If somebody comes at you, you're ready. I think that's what this card is really about, is this time around, I'm ready. And maybe it's because you haven't been here before. Like, that's what it is, time for a beginner mindset. You haven't been in this circumstance, or you really haven't been in this situation before. Maybe you haven't been in a situation before where you held your tongue, where you held back, and you didn't just say what was on your mind. For whatever reason, you didn't, and now you have to. And it's almost like, yes, you know what? I learned a lot through this whole scenario, but this scenario is coming to an end. And that's what I want you guys to know. You're overcoming any obstacle. This is that tenacity, that tenaciousness, and even that stubborn steadfastness that is Taurus energy, certainty in oneself to drive it through, also manifested into the 3D. Now, you know that this is in Taurus season right now. That's what we are in. So this card implies that in terms of timing, the shift is coming in Taurus season. This is definitely divine timing. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen now. It's going to happen soon, right? In the next couple of weeks before Taurus season ends. But this is also the energy of this time you're going to bulldoze through it. You have the confidence, you have the strength, and maybe even the support to know, Leo, that you'll get through this, or that things will be okay. In terms of okay, when I say that, I mean, like, it's not even like you're asking permission or wondering. I just feel like this overwhelming confidence, and on the other side is freedom, and that's where I need to be. Time to heal. And we get 5, 5, look at, right in a row. 5, 5, 5. Huge change, huge shift is coming. To heal, this is Kundalini energy. So this is an energy that has been building twisting around in your gut for a while, setting and taking root deep down in that sacral or root chakra area, just twisting around that gut, and it's built up, and it could poison you if you don't let it out, and it could poison the outside if you let it out wrong. So there is a sense of grounding it first to enable it to lash out or be conducted out the correct way. In other words, you have a lot of fire and a lot of fuel and a lot of passion that's built up. So this is why you're going to make it through. You're going to bulldoze through that wall. You're definitely going to make this breakthrough. Your words are going to matter. They're going to hit their mark. And this is a cathartic experience for you. This is interesting. This is almost like going up a huge debate, having a huge debate. It's been building for a while. And these are, I think you are going up against people that you don't trust to have your best interest at heart. Maybe they've proven themselves to be untrustworthy in the past, or be against you, not have your best interest at heart, or be opposing, opposing your thoughts, your belief system. This has a lot to do with faith. This has a lot to do with your belief system. I don't know what's going on, but it has a lot to do with your belief system and your faith, or what you have faith in. This is taking the higher perspective and also being very, very in tune with what spirit has to say and allowing it to conduct you. This is, in other words, having the far sight to see everything that's going on. And maybe that is what you're feeding and you're going to be announcing. Is like, I know what's going on. I see what's going on. I got the bird's eye view of it. I have the aerial photographs of it. I know the whole picture here. And then going around and just letting it all out, sharing what's actually going on, the truth of what's happening, and you shall be free. The truth will set you free. This is it. Is about breaking the chains, breaking the harnesses, but also stampede, like pushing forward, especially with this energy. It's like you don't want to get caught in my way because this time I'm not stopping. But this is very Aquarian energy in that it's a sense of liberation. It's a sense of freedom. It's a sense of getting outside of a box, an idealistic box that you had been closed in and had not wanted any part of. You wanted freedom to be able to make your own way, and now you have it. And now we have learn from the past. This has definitely been building up for a while. You know who you're up against. This is very stubborn energy. You know they're going to come at you like a full-grown bull, a full-grown elephant. You know they have a sense of, in other words, it's almost like, think of the Hierophant. You're coming up against a tradition. You're coming up against an institution. You're coming up against something, or a mindset at least, that has been set for a really long time. You know what you're up against. This is not something that you don't understand, but you're the one that's going to bring out. This is awakening. It's time for this to change. Do you see the butterfly in this? It's time for it to change. Oh, it's raining. I can hear the raindrops. I love it. Leo, so it's time for the change. And guess what? You're the change. You're the one that's bringing the change. I guess who better than you, right? But it's almost like, it's not even like you're on a holy quest, like a holy grail mission. It's not even like that. It's just, this is the truth and I have to say it. And there's no other choice for me. I'm tired of holding my tongue. You are the enlightenment, because this institution, this stubbornness hasn't changed for too long. It stayed the same for too long. You're bringing about the change. And this is your grounding energy. It's all divinely guided. What I say, a rebirth is assured. This is definitely coming out of the dark. And it's almost like bringing people out of the dark ages. Makes any sense at all? It's almost like bringing people out of the dark ages. Like say you were from a family who had a set of beliefs, right? And then we're strict Catholic, and then you came home and your new spouse is Muslim. There's a sense of no, we can't stay stuck the way that we used to. Not that you wouldn't be Catholic anymore, that you convert, but that we can't allow other people in, or that we have to keep marrying the same kind of people. You would be the first one to break this sort of tradition that's been set up, that's antiquated, and it needs to go. And it does have something to do with spirituality. Not necessarily religion or even marriage, but it does have something to do with spirituality, making a spiritual breakthrough. Now, truth transcends illusion. This is it. You have so many transformation cards on this table. It's ridiculous. But I don't think it's you that's changing. I think you are the change. You are the conduit of change to the people around you because you were already different. You were already different, and now you're not containing your different anymore. You're showing it out loud. And this is when you start seeing that other people are affected by it. And positively affected by it. Like it's like they're not fighting it. They're like, oh, we really need to be paying attention to Leo more, type of thing. All right, let me flip around these. Let me flip around the camera so I can share the cards with you. Hold on. All right, that's the best I can do for now. I apologize, guys, but you see all the transformation and finally bold eyes. But this is you finally breaking through a wall that was set because you're bringing an interesting perspective. The aerial perspective, the objective perspective, it's just so articulate. It's just so clear. It's just so well articulated that people can't argue with it. So you're breaking through a mindset that has been set for a long time. This is a sense of tradition being in place for too long, like a sense of things have to change. You're bringing people out of the dark ages. Look at that, waking up, opening up, wings expanding, going from somebody who's bound in emotions and fear to somebody who uses thought and uses communication in order to, uses thought what do you call it? Critical thinking to make decisions instead of just basically going along, plodding along and taking orders. It's been bugging you for a while. And maybe you've been the fly for a while. Maybe you've been the one bugging people for a while, but it's like you've been the dark horse that nobody wanted to listen to. You've always met defensiveness. You've always met no. We refuse. We don't want to have a different mindset. We don't want to change our minds. It's like you've always met opposition to any kind of new mentality, but now you're breaking through it. You're the one. You're the conduit of change. This isn't changing you. You're changing the minds of others. I'm going into the tarot right now. Come on over with me, guys. That's the extended reading. Yes, there is a nominal charge, but you know what? That's a donation to the channel, and it helps the channel grow. So it's much appreciated, and it's a great video too, because we're going to articulate all this energy, and you're going to have, and it's going to include your love reading too. So Leo, I will see you guys over there.